Hi, I'm Noah. This summer my wife and I are having twins. And apparently I thought that because I did 5 videos in 5 days 2 weeks ago, I didn't have to do any last week. Welcome to the nursery. Let me give you a little spin around the room. So here it is, and as you can see, our decorating theme is mint chocolate chip. Is that when you don't know the sex of your babies, you have to choose a gender-neutral color for the nursery. A lot of people say that yellow is gender-neutral, but that is not true. That is a myth manufactured by the people who make marshmallow peeps. Yellow is for girls, or maybe for tall, thin men with pet monkeys. So we went with brown and green. Now I realize that 20 years from now we may look back at this and say, oh, that was so 2010. But right now, we like it. When I look around this room, I have the same feeling that I got when we first started to get gifts. You see, these are things, possessions, that belong to people who don't exist yet. I mean, Amanda's mother visited us back in March and brought some clothes, and when we saw them, I had to wrap my mind around the idea that a few months later, my children would be wearing these clothes. And suddenly this whole thing felt real in a new way. I don't like to think that the ability to own material possessions is the be-all and end-all of being human, but it is something that is uniquely human. So, let's talk about stuff. Babies require rather a lot of it. This comes as news to no one. I mean, everybody knows that babies need things like cribs. Hey, let's look at our crib. This is a crib. Yeah, we have just one for now. Twins can share a crib for about 6 months. Now, we got our crib at Walmart. I know, Walmart is pure evil. Believe me, we tried some other options before we got this. In fact, we actually bought 2 cribs at IKEA, but then we discovered that they were in these crazy Swedish dimensions, and they would only fit crib sheets that also came from IKEA. Amanda mentioned this and how annoying it was on her Facebook page, and then a friend of ours, who comes from another country, gave us guff about it. She thought that we were being selfish and short-sighted Americans, or something like that. Now look, we don't have a philosophical problem with the dimensions of an IKEA crib. It's purely a practical matter. Like, we would like to be able to buy crib sheets from stores that don't put a reindeer print on all of their crib sheets. I really like saying crib sheets because it makes me think that my babies will use them to cheat on tests. Okay, so everybody knows about cribs and car seats and strollers and, you know, diapers and lotions and things like that. But there are a lot of other things that apparently are vitally important for the modern baby. These are chairs that vibrate, or they will vibrate once we put batteries into them. Now, vibrating chairs are very cute for babies. For adults, they're a little creepy. This is a special breastfeeding pillow for twins. I really like it because when you wear it, you look like Max Rebo, the keyboard player from Jabba the Hutt's house band. This is a Moby wrap. You wear it when you are composing dance fusion music. No, I'm just kidding. It is used for carrying babies. Not having any babies with me at the moment, I will demonstrate the proper use on this panda and this bulldog. I think I should go stand in line at Starbucks like this. And of course, because Amanda is so organized, she has labeled all of the drawers on our bureau with things like blankets, diapers, newborn-sized diapers, burp cloths, and of course, butt things, which inevitably includes Boudreaux's butt paste. So we've gotten to the point where we have almost all of the stuff that we need, which brings us to the rather terrifying realization that we are ready to have babies. Now I realize, of course, that nobody is ever 100% really prepared to have babies. But the thing is, once you acquire all of the stuff, all that's left is the emotional preparation, which, of course, you can never really do. But as we finish putting the nursery together, we realized that in just a few weeks, before BP fixes the oil spill, before the end of the 2010 World Lacrosse Championships, before the release of Cats and Dogs, The Revenge of Kitty Galore, there are going to be 2 babies sleeping in this crib. Wow. Bye.